Well, judging from the carving on your desk, it looks like his name is Ozzy.
Yes, and apparently he rules.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
So this morning, a friend of mine alerted me to the Facebook page for Star Wars, where they were inviting everybody to watch The Empire Strikes Back and The Force Awakens. And every comment on that particular page is negative. And this trend is everywhere, right? This trend is, it's not just, a bunch of so-called MAGA conservatives hanging out on Facebook. It's everywhere. And it's people from all walks of life. You can find your average liberal not liking The Force Awakens. You can find everybody, right? This intense dislike for the sequel trilogy manifests itself online. And I would think Disney now knows what's going on here, why the sequel trilogy didn't work. All you gotta do is look at what people are saying about it. They're mocking Rey. One guy on the Facebook Facebook page said, I would not have been surprised if they didn't have Rey fight Vader in a hallway. I mean, that is something I could actually see Disney do. Now, of course, Vader would kick her ass, Anakin would kick her ass, but, that's implied, right? That's implied. And what's really interesting to me is how deep-seated the negativity is. We've been doing this for what? When did I start this channel? 2016? And first it was hopeful. We were just hanging out here speculating and rewatching and watching The Force Awakens to see what clues we were getting. And yet, we didn't get any clues because Rian Johnson wanted to subvert our expectations, and he basically screwed it up worse. And JJ came back, tried to fix it. Apparently, there is a cut of the film which is not what we got for The Rise of Palpatine. There's a cut of that. Kennedy had a shit fit because there was no Reylo kiss, and she's a Reylo, and she also, it was also the Disney executives who didn't want to get that deep into the lore, as if people wouldn't have been entertained. Because if they don't understand it, how would the audience ever understand it? So let's go further. Let's talk more.
I take it back. You're not unprofessional. You're a freaking loon.
Yep. I want to get out of here before her trainer shows up with a bucket of live mice for her pre-show feeding.
Dad, when are you going to stop blighting the environment with this atrocity? My God, can't you see that it wants to die? Let it go.
Urinal cakes?
I don't believe this. All these years, the doyenne of Seattle's elite, looking down her nose at everyone in sight. She owes it all to this.
She's managed to have her urinal cake and eat it, too. Hello, Marta. Like to speak to Maris. Oh, why not? She's in the final level of her guru's serenity training, the week-long vow of silence, day 6. No, Marta, that's all right. She doesn't have to come to the phone. Just give her this message. I've flushed out her family secret. Hello, Maris.
And what's with the crusade to get the Acolyte back on TV? I've noticed Inside the Magic is posting stuff. The Direct, there are gamer pages that are doing this. No one wants it. Look at the score. And anytime it's ever mentioned on X or Facebook, it gets just absolutely demolished. And the reason why is because it was terrible. Woke is dead. All right. Woke is dead. I want to show you guys something.
In terms of the son said the father said the son, and it works out perfectly. And I draw that line all the way from Phantom Menace to Jedi. That's the story of Star Wars.
So that's Dave Filoni doing a round table with Jon Favreau when The Mandalorian first came out. They've had these conversations up on Disney Plus. Look at what he's saying. His idea of Star Wars is episode 1 through 6, Skywalker Saga. That's it, right? That's it. So you kind of wonder, what are they doing with everything else? Especially since Disney Plus, you know, what they did, they packaged a ad on Facebook to say, here's The Empire Strikes Back, also watch The Force Awakens. The Empire Strikes Back is probably the best movie out of all 6 of them. And they're trying to couple it with a movie that, honest to God, no one really likes now. I mean, I know there's some people who said, well, you know, it wasn't great, but there was a start that could have finished it, and they didn't finish it right. No. If you look at The Force Awakens, and you're really being objectively honest, it's a terrible movie. It's a terrible, terrible movie. And it makes me feel bad for all the actors that are in it because they deserved better. But when you've got lazy writing by J.J. Abrams, when you've got a lack of leadership from Kathleen Kennedy, of course you're going to have that. And how Abrams goes about making Rey a Skywalker is just absolute typical Hollywood woke crap. Oh, look, I'm a shoe, so you have to refer me to me as a sneaker. I mean, that's basically the gist of it. And no one likes it. I mean, even the people that did really need to think about why they like it. Do they like it because of the politics? And I'm talking about all 3 movies, 7 through 9. Or do they like it because they were good? Because when someone says it's good, I guarantee you they have a rainbow flag somewhere in their bio on Blue Skies and X, right? That's who likes it. The rest of us thought it sucked. All 3 of them. And watching Disney in social media try to market The Force Awakens with The Empire Strikes Back is in some ways absolutely effing ludicrous. It really, really is. They're now in the Skywalker era, right? So the stories could basically go the way the EU went, and it wouldn't have to be necessarily a sequel. Because what did I say about Return of the Jedi? All right, it was the end of the beginning and a new beginning. It's the end and a beginning, right? Because they won. It went full circle. They won. The heroes were successful. The sequel trilogy, any objective viewer would say, undermines everything in that, right? And any sort of excuse J.J. Abrams would have, or Rian Johnson, doesn't hold water, because they're bad. They're objectively bad movies, and we know that they're objectively bad movies. I mean, who was Steven Spielberg who said movies don't have a beginning, middle, and or an end anymore, and writers nowadays don't know how to finish a story. I mean, I could say that about Taylor Sheridan and the end of Yellowstone. He didn't know how to end it. And, you know, if you look at The Rise of Palpatine, poorly executed, poorly edited, and the ending is like, what are you doing? Right? I mean, look, here's the deal. I don't think JJ understood Rey being a Palpatine undermines the Skywalker saga. She's not a Skywalker. She can call herself a Skywalker till the day is done. She's not. And J.J. Abrams is the one at fault for this, right? Now, you look at the social media comments on the Star Wars page on Facebook, and they're all negative. The further we get away from it, the more negative it gets. In fact, really funny is that Disney hasn't even done a 10-year anniversary for it. Think about that. That's how unpopular the sequel trilogy is. And social media is there to tell people. Now, I don't condone using social media to hire people, looking at people's pages to see what they're about. I don't condone in looking at social media as a way to gauge whether an actor or actress are popular. But it's a good gauge of what people are thinking about certain projects like The Force Awakens, like The Last Jedi, like The Rise of Palpatine, right? Anyway, this is Steph, and I got to get some stuff done today, so I will see you guys around the galaxy, and have a good Wednesday.